I am back again. Making my attempt to keeping my practice moving um, as much as I can. All right, so I'm not get lazy and and just forget about it. I think my little energy has come because when I was sick and down and out and messed up for almost a year and a half, I'm starting to feel my health coming along. All right, I'm starting to feel my health. There's times I don't feel well at all still, but I'm still, as they say, fighting the fight. Okay, let me get this remote control somehow. I'm still fighting the fight. Um, try to get this remote right quick. I'm still fighting the fight to get through this. Um, so, all right, we got that. I'm back here again. The practice. Practice makes better, or some people say practice makes permanent. All right. So for those who don't know me, my name is Andre Clark, aka Bishop Drayster Clark on Facebook and somewhere else on some other social platforms. I have YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and also I have an account with I think it's called Twitch, but I haven't had a chance to drop videos or do any type of activities over on Twitch. Matter of fact, they sent me an email the other day reminding me, "Hey, you a member over here? Drop some contents over here." So I haven't had a chance to focus on that particular outlet, but yeah. So I'm gonna practice. This is my time that I get the chance to practice. The wifey's at woke up to see her off to work, so this is the time that I take the opportunity to practice because I like quietness, I like peace and quiet, and I like to not be distracted as much. The less distraction, the better I can focus on what I'm trying to do, and um, and then I can know where I was and know where I'm heading. So that way I know where I was at and know where I'm actually trying to head to. So if I am a beginner musician and I'm starting, not on that. Alright, but I want to head to stuff, all of that kind of stuff. So yes, I had to start from ground level. So you guys will find these ideas in my book, which is Play by Sight edition number 1. All right, and then you're going to come into the chords after that, which is chapter 2. So you're going to learn your triads in all 12 keys, whether it's your major mood, minor mood, augmented mood. After 7, we have the major 7 sharp 5, diminished 7, dominant chord, go to the 7, C7 voicing, but the dominant chord. Major 7 voicing, sus2 voicing, sus4 voicing, and then the 7 sus4 voicing, and the tritone. And then chapter 9 is where I take everything from chapter 2, and I took the idea from chapter 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and I started being creative with the dope chords. Or we're gonna call it the big boy chords, or the big girl chords, the adult level chords, if you will, so to speak. Just to kind of make you guys feel like, oh my God, okay, well, I was in preschool, so to speak. Now you're gonna learn you're gonna graduate, and you're gonna gradually move from this one level, and now you're gonna go to the second level, or some people may say how many tiers of lessons that you might need. So you on the first tier, and so your first tier is learning your scales and the number system, and then your second tier, now you're getting the triad. All right, you're gonna get all this stuff. The reason why you're gonna get this stuff is because in music, in music, you're gonna hear these chords, and this is why I'm able. Put that up some. This is why I'm able to pick out what's going on. Um, I use my formula to pull this out. All right, and knowing that I got two hands, I did a video on this. So I said we got two hands, and looking at the keyboard, all of the notes gonna repeat itself anyway. But do I know them? C, D flat, D, E flat, E, F, G flat, or F sharp, G, A flat, or G sharp, or we have A, and then we have B flat slash A sharp, and back to B natural or C flat, and then just repeat again, and then keep repeating. So it's 12 notes basically. Get hot, and I'm gonna get cold at the same time. All right, and just keep repeating, and hold on until I run out of keys. Either going to the right or I'm going to the left. So with that concept, I look at the keyboard and I split it up. This is the first set of 12, the next set of 12, and the next set of 12, the next set of 12, and then the next set of 12, and then whatever the remaining. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and of course the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 for 8. All right, on either side. So I'm like, okay, so they all repeat. That's half my battle. Okay, half the battle. Half my battle is over with right there. Knowing that part. Excuse me. And then now knowing that for me, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers left to right. So that's now my other half of my battle. Okay. So I got the board split. All right, into sections. This section, this section, this section, this section, this section. Now we'll give it a name. This is gonna be my low range. All 12 notes. Here's the other set. Now I'm gonna call this one the low range. And then here's my mid range. Like I call this the middle of the keyboard, the mid range. All 12 notes. And then we have high range. Now I'm gonna call this high range. We have mid range. Now I'm gonna call this high range. And then the highest range. Highest range, high range, mid range, low range, low range. Alright, so now most of my battle is over with, right? Because knowing I got 5 fingers on each hand, know that we got 12 sets of 12s notes in here on the keyboard. Now it's just a matter of, okay, where did the keyboard player put his hands on the board whenever he or she's doing something? Where is it at? Up here somewhere? Here or here? Is it in the high range? Did they play the voicing movement in the highest range? Did they play it in the highest range? Did they play it in the mid range? Did they play it in the low range? Did they play it in the low range? Now, what is the word I like to use? Combination. I call it a combination. So, if the musician is playing chords and it just happens to be some notes that were in the mid range, and there were some notes that were played in the low range. Ooh! Oh, oh, oh man, yeah. I'm gonna know where you're at. If it was mid range and it was low range, mid range, low range, and mid range, I'm gonna hear low range, low range, and that is your low range, and mid range, and if it was a note, high range and highest range, y'all get it right. The high range and then the highest range. Well, I don't think my hand's gonna go that far out, but unless I'm arpeggiating. All right. Yeah. Well, yeah, it would go that way because I can go or up here. So you already know I'm in the low range within my 12. And then you already know I will all the way up here to the highest range. Like, now you're gonna know the highest. Now I can play it in the highest range, in the low range. That's what I call combination, because you never know what a musician might play his chords or her chords somewhere along the range here. All right, I call it the range. Where are they ranging at? All right, it's like being out there on the range and you're trying to shoot your target. All right, man, hold on. Wait, hold on, let me get that. Oh, okay, all right, I see the range. All right, all right, this is 15 yards out, 25 yards out. Yeah, y'all see what I'm saying? So I had to figure out where are we ranging, up high to the highest, to the high, or are we gonna do mid-range and low range? Now, it might sound dirty to do it down here on the low range and the low range. It might sound dirty, but I promise you, somebody know what I'm talking about. Because you can play this idea. Yeah, and do an inversion. And you can also do inversion of your tritone. So now you're going to have both low range, low range, low range, and mid range. And see, I'm going up to the highest range and then to the highest range. High range, and highest. So that is half my battle. So when I listen to something, I'm like, okay, hold on. Where's that hand at? It can only be in so many spots and so many places that you can't help but to know, well, maybe he played that chord voicing in the mid range and the low range. Or maybe he played it in the lowest range and the mid range. Or maybe he played it low range, low range, and the low range. Oh, so some said, listen to that. Yeah, y'all see where it's at? Yeah, I know y'all see where it's at. This is in the low range, and went right on to the low range. Listen to this. The low range and the low range. Low range, and then to the low range. What? So you never know where the keyboard player might say, I'm gonna try this idea and see if it worked. And it did. Now, we probably would have said, man, that should have normally would have been up higher on the board. Yeah, Yeah, but the keyboard player said, you know what? I'm going to do this down here. And be creative with it. Right? So, knowing that I got two hands with 5 fingers on it, I have to say, okay, where are we at? Down here, up here, where are we ranging? rearranging. Where is the chorus is being placed at? All right, where are we arranging? Where's the location of what we having? So that's why I said. You see, so here's my thinking. I'm thinking like this. When I'm playing chorus, I'm like, okay, let's do it this way. I love you, Lord. So I'm gonna say stationary for the moment. I love you. Up, back down, and back up. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So I'm thinking like, man, okay, is the hand going up, up? But can the hand still continue to go up? Yes. Yes. Or should the hand go back down? So I have to say, when I hear musicians playing stuff, I got to determine, okay, wait a minute, hold on. All right, the hand started. Let's say the hand started all the way. It's up, down, 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 down. Back up, back up, up, up. You see, I'm going to the right. I'm thinking like, man, where is he playing his chords at, or where is she placing the chords? Because I have to now look at, okay, hold on. Again, I'm using the idea, all right, just the idea of where is that chord ranging, in the low range, low, or the low range, or the high range, or mid range, sorry, in the high range, in the highest. So you might have a musician can sit here and say, okay, I'm gonna start in the middle, in the beginning, but I might say high. But let's just say we start in the middle, but I'm gonna come down in reverse. Now going down. You notice the difference? Down, down. I'm just gonna kind of come back up. Okay, back down, back down. You fall on the bass line, up, stay in the middle, up in the same spot, and then back down. And then now we're going up, 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 up. You know what I'm saying? We're going that way, we're going up. Then whenever musicians decide he want to come back down, 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 down. Y'all see what I'm saying? Down, 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 until he comes back up, down. Up. See, now I don't know where the keyboard player is at because I have the concept in my mind. Like, where is he putting his hands at? Or she's putting her hands on the chord, on the keys. Is it up here? Or is it down here? All right. Now the other part of this is learning mix max chords. All right, we call it mix and max chords. The other is we're also going to play